Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi LiveNoding. Today I'm gonna take a look at the new Cylinder Node MK2 for SVerchok add-on. Basically, it's been added since March 10, but only today I'll just gonna have a look. So this is the new nodes for the cylinder in SVerchok. You can still use the old one, but the new one has a lot of interesting thing underneath. So you can make something like this pretty easily. Thanks to DolphinDream to develop this one. He put a lot of thought on this. I can see. Yeah, he got a couple of examples, but I'm gonna just jump into it. So I will be using Blender 2.79. It's not yet ready for 2.8, I think, but it's gonna be very similar. So I'll jump to Node 3, SVerchok, New. So cylinder, and there's also Cylinder MK2. So this is the old cylinder, this is the new one. The new one has a lot of very cool features. So Cylinder MK2 demo. So the way we use this, normally I like to work with viewer draw, and whenever I found a new nodes in SVerchok, I always feel really excited to try it. So we got the usual cap bottom and cap top on and off, so that's also already pretty cool. And we can have separate. So separate, if you have more divisions vertically, you can turn it on and off separate. So that actually generates kind of like a circle, and then you can actually randomize it at some point. I will show you. So I have some videos in the past that kind of generate this thing more like kind of more complicated way, but this single node will give you pretty much everything, almost. So radius top, radius bottom, pretty cool. Parallel, okay, parallel is the vertical divisions. Meridian is the horizontal divisions. And we have height. See the height kind of doing that. There's actually options allow you to put the cylinder on the floor, on the ground. So that's also really handy. So now, see, you can do that. There's the twist phase, which is also very useful. I just switched that off, turn it back into cylinder. Let's reset the radius. So we have cylinder. Let's see what happens if we play around with these parallels profiles and meridians profiles. So range, let's use random number, of course, generate random number if you don't know already. And if we plug this is integer, we can use float. If we plug this into the parallel, what's gonna happen? So we have 10 random numbers and 17 meridians. Perhaps we need to have the same number on both. So let's have a number first. Make this 10. This plug into the random number, and then this guy plug into the meridians. So if we increase the number of random number, we also increase the meridians. So that's one example. It's disturbing the shape of the cylinder basically. Let me turn off the notification for now. Okay, now you can actually create something like this very easily, which is pretty cool. Separate, you get that. And let's reduce the number for now 20. You can randomize the seed. I do this a lot to test a lot of things, and you have a lot of different randomness. There is also meridian profiles. It's very similar. Let's do the same. This time we want this to go into the meridian, so this guy goes into the parallax. Now we have this kind of randomizations of the scale of the cylinder. Yeah, like I said, this has a lot of things that you probably need from a cylinder. Turn on Angon tessellation, and let's play. Randomize the seed. You have control over the radius. Now at this point, we can perhaps try the twist. So the twist, like it says, it's actually twisting the cylinder. So if you make this really small, you almost like have like a super basic Christmas tree. Too early for Christmas tree, but the face also rotating the cylinder. So yeah, that's actually pretty much it what I want to show you. But you can, if I'm not wrong, you can use the, yeah, this is actually quite interesting. Let's have a look at the node. That's the normal cylinder MK2, or the plane. Oh, this is when, if you want to have a bunch of cylinder. Do you know how to make this? I can show you. So let's unplug this. Oh, let's keep this. Looks pretty cool. Let's reduce the number to 20. Yeah, that's nice. And then we can use the matrix and maybe the height. Maybe the height also is vectorized, so we can have multiple of this guy. Let's just grid plane 2x2, plug that in. See, this will generate a bunch of this guy. Maybe if not, it will be nicer if we can randomize this for each one of them. Turn off the point. In our case, let me reduce the number. Okay. And if you just want to randomize the height, matrix in and then scale Z randomly. This is one way to do it. You can also use the height of the cylinder itself, which is probably more interesting. Random number, float, plug it to the Z. So now we're gonna have different height for our thing, for our cylinder. Yep. Twist 0. We go back. We can have our cylinder. Okay, slightly random. Yep. So let's plug this in. Yep. Pretty much this one, I think. If you want randomness for each one of them, you probably can using the monad. I'm not gonna do it now because it might get too complicated. But there you go. That's the new cylinder node in SVerchok, Cylinder MK2, Cylinder Mark II, and yeah, just have fun with it. In fact, I made something earlier that's looking something like this. Oh, maybe this one. Yeah. So this is basically the same cylinder. I'm just using it as a boolean for a cube. So if I reset everything, reset the twist, we have basically like a cylinder. I'm randomizing the parallels and the meridian. That's why we have this really cool looking result. It's just a boolean on a cube, and the cube itself is procedural. Okay, so there you go. That's a quick look at the new Cylinder MK2 in SVerchok add-on for Blender. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye.